You ready to go? I'm ready to go. What about y'all? Y'all ready to go?
Greetings, my people. Now that I got your attention, just wanted to say a few quick words, touch on a few more things dealing with this child abuse topic, because this is something that actually could go on for a while. This is actually one of those topics that's just happened to be another chapter out of the book that I'm writing. You know what I'm saying? I already had this in mind. I already knew the severity of the issue, and I knew we were gonna have to spend some time on it. And I'm glad this is working out how it is, because I had a pre-planned approach to how I wanted to kind of present this information. But I think it's best to just go with the flow and listen to the response of the people, and so I can really know what needs to be addressed right now, and we can get to all this other shit later. Like I said, the whole science and the math, metaphysics, and the alchemy of food, we can get into all that later. But first, we have to know that all this stuff begins in our mind. This must be a mental agreement that you make with yourself. See, all that, it don't matter what you can't make yourself do nothing. You have to already have your mind made up that you're gonna do this shit, and that nothing is going to deter you. Oh, man. Breakfast time, man. Cheers. I'm gonna stop saying cheers and start saying ashe. Yeah. So I say, all my people, because we break fast. But yeah, on the subject of the children, particularly, a few topics I wanted to address. Mainly, when I said, well, first, when I said that you don't give a fuck about your kids, and that's why you're giving them this shit. You know, I said that, I probably said that several times, but I didn't really go into what I meant. See, I know parents are going to take offense to that, and I know that you're going to automatically deny that. You're going to automatically, just instinctually or based off your programming, you're going to automatically reject that, because that's just crazy. Look at what I do. I give them food, clothing, and shelter, you know, or whatever it is you think you're doing. You might think it's the best thing for them. You might actually mean well, and I don't doubt that y'all mean well and that you love your children. What I'm saying is that you cannot possibly give them the best if you have not first given yourself the best. You can't possibly fully care for their health if you don't really care about your own. It's just not possible. It's like you can't give what you ain't got. You can't offer them something that you don't have. You can't teach them something you don't know. So when I say you don't give a fuck, like, that's not what I meant. You know what I'm saying? I know you give a fuck, but you are misguided and being misled by the wrong influences. Like, speaking again about programming. When you think about, I'm hungry, or your child say, Mama, Daddy, what's for dinner? What is the first thing come to your mind? Do you refer back to one of these places that you normally frequent, that you might have saw a commercial for, or a billboard for? Like, these billboards and these commercials and these radio programs and these songs and these everything, they put advertisement in your movies. You can't watch a movie without seeing Pepsi come up or somebody eating something. Like, they constantly telling you what you're supposed to eat, and if you're not aware of that, you are unconscious. That's what unconscious means. This is the difference between conscious and being unconscious. Very simple. Either you are aware of what you're doing at every moment in time, or you are not. You just going through the motions. You just I gotta get something to eat. Okay, well, what's the first place we see with a sign and some lights? That's where we go. You don't think, you didn't put any thought into what I need to eat. See, that's a whole nother level that you probably just ain't, that's not part of your programming yet. You gotta reprogram yourself to ignore all that shit you see and everything you hear and think first, what is best for me? What do I need right now? You might not even need to eat. A lot of times we feel hungry and you really are dehydrated. You just need some water. Most of us ain't drinking enough water. That's another subject. But this is why it's important to not be listening to all these other outside forces and start listening to yourself and start thinking. Because you can't offer your children the best until you are having the best yourself. That's just the bottom line. Just like they say you can't love nobody else until you love yourself. That's the truth. That includes your children. I don't care how much you say you love them. You don't. You can't, because you don't love yourself. How can you? You don't know what love look like or feel like. So how could you show it or give it? So if you don't know what health is, how could you teach it and give it? You gotta get your shit together first. This is what I was trying to say. It's about you setting the example. And you can't set no half-ass example. You gotta discipline yourself. You gotta really know your worth, and you gotta do what's best for you. And your children they don't have no choice but to eat what you eat. Like the young sister said, her mother is forcing her daughter to eat certain shit because that's what she eat. She gonna eat what I eat. So all it would take is a shift in mama's diet. And I know that's not gonna always happen right away. I'm not expecting this to happen right away, but I'm expecting y'all to understand that I'm not gonna always be nice about this shit and can't sugarcoat shit. Like, we don't have time for that no more. Some of y'all done been hearing me talk about this shit for 10 years or better. These same damn topics for 10 years. We shouldn't be talking about the same shit. So you can't expect me to come to you the same way I did 10 years ago when I was patient and tolerant. Now, I done lost family members and had some. I done gained a son and lost a grandmother just since all this shit started. Since I started getting on this shit. And I done seen the direct effects of not taking care of yourself. To my family, like I'm saying, and my son going through it, I don't want nobody else to be going through this. I don't want y'all getting caught up listening to what these women talking about. That's another outside influence to you. Some of you fathers, some of y'all fathers done excelled in consciousness ahead of your mate. And you know, you done started picking up some information that they ain't got to yet. And the woman have a way of, you know, well, yeah, they do have a way of doing it, acting like they know something that they really don't know nothing about. But all of us do that, but particularly when it comes to children, men don't do that. So at least men will admit that we clueless when it comes to children. But a woman won't act as if you instinctually know what to do. And you might think you do. But the truth is, you don't know the first thing about what to do with no children. Most women don't. Until you get into a certain level of consciousness, you don't have the first idea. You don't have any idea. And just, you know, it's very simple and easy to prove that. Like, literally, you don't know the first thing about having no children, because what's the first thing you're supposed to do when the baby get here? Better yet, what's the first thing that the baby wants to do when he get here? You want to eat. Now, if your reaction to that is to put a bottle in his mouth, then you just admitted you don't know the first thing about having no babies or no children or raising a person. If you don't know to do this, Bam. Dogs know to do that. Cows. All mammals know to do this, except some of these super smart, intelligent, can't tell me shit as women who will sit here and try to tell you what you supposed to be feeding your child. I would never ever listen to you, man. And y'all niggas better wake up, man. I don't care if that's your mama, your grandmama, how much you love them. They raised you and they did this for you. They don't know shit. I'm telling you. Come on, man. Any woman who would even consider a bottle when you got 2 fully functioning breasts is out of her mind. You're crazy. So you can't one day tell me what I should be feeding my son. You didn't know what to feed me. You don't know what you was doing. And you expect me to just go on and continue on with that bullshit once I know better? Nah, man, y'all brothers better stand up. And like I say, that's something I shouldn't have to tell a woman. Come on, man. The animals are not arguing with their mates about this shit, man. And y'all be claiming to be so superior. I done had women try to demean and belittle me because I talk about simple, natural lifestyle. Oh, why you don't just go live in the jungle and be a gorilla or something? Like I'm talking like an ape, or like an ape is beneath you. When, like I said, you don't even know what the fuck you supposed to be eating. You can tell me what a gorilla eat. You can tell me the diet of a lion. If I ask y'all what a lion eats, y'all will start rattling off your mouth with all kind of animals that you've seen lions eat. Let me ask you what's the diet of a human being, and y'all start running off the retarded shit. Oh yeah, chips, pies, moon pies, hamburgers, French fries. You don't even know your own diet. You don't know nothing about yourself. So how can you know about your child? The child is you. And that's what all this really boils down to. Once again, man, know thyself. Y'all ain't gonna be able to get away from that. If you knew yourself and what was best for you, then you would do what is best for your child naturally. Just by osmosis, this shit would take place. You wouldn't even have to think about it. You'd be eating good, and your child would just come and put their hand in your plate, and they automatically eating good. Y'all don't feel me. I hope y'all do. So, like I said, the time is now. You listening and hearing these things for a reason. There are no accidents or coincidences. Don't matter how long it took, or how long it's been, or how far off you are, you can always get on course and get on track and get your shit together and make a change for the better and break that cycle. This is what's important. Don't continue on doing the same dysfunctional, retarded shit that you seeing your people doing. Make a change. Sound like Obama or something now, huh? I'm on that Obama shit. But that's what's up, man. Y'all get your shit together. Be healthy. Peace.
Women ready to mistreat them. You better get yourself a wife and kid and never leave them. You better teach them, you better read them, you better feed them. The system will defeat them. If you don't teach them, the cops will beat them. That's all that I